So this is our first episode of what do we want to call this? On Your Left, the podcast. Yeah. Matt moved to St. George. What was it, like a month ago? Should we be facing each other or like kind of
How
no?
does it look?
Yeah, no. Like a month ago from Flagstaff, and we've been talking, on and off, obviously, like before he moved, and I knew Matt before he moved, but every conversation we would always end up down a rabbit hole about some obscure topic. So we figured we might as well just start recording some of these, and we have similar mindsets of the sport, right?
Yeah.
So I guess first topic, you moving to St. George. What drove the move?
You did. You and Nick Chase basically convinced me to move here. What drove the move was last year I was talking to my coach, Ben Rozelle, and he was just talking about the challenges of being at 7,000 feet, which is pretty high, and just how like pushing race power is extremely hard at that high of elevation.
Yeah.
And then like trying to recover from like half Ironmans and full Ironmans. So he got it in my head. He's like, it's not an ideal situation. If you could potentially move, that would be great, but that's probably not realistic. And I told my wife, and she was like, absolutely not, because we have so many Flagstaff friends, and our community is just rock solid there.
And it's like really hard, especially for moms, to like after they have their core group and like routines, to just uproot all that from what I've noticed.
Yeah, for sure. But I guess it was like an easy decision to come here because it's all moms and dads. Like, you do not want to be a 30-year-old single dude.
Dude, it's funny you say that. So there was a guy when I first moved here who moved here during the pandemic, and Nick was coaching him, Nick Chase. And he's from Massachusetts. So me and him were working out, whatever. And he was like, dude, I gotta move out of here. I've been here for 2 years. I'm like, why? He's like, I'm on the dating apps. He's like, everyone wants me to go to church. And he's like, I'm just not that guy. He's like, I'm not Mormon. So, he's like, I just got to get out. It's like, I'm not really having any luck in that department. So yeah. To your point, like he was a single guy. He was like 28 and he was here to train, but he realized like there's no social scene outside of having a family.
Absolutely not. It's like splash pads, parks, church, and what else?
And fitness.
And triathletes.
And a lot of like snowbird second home people.
We haven't seen that yet because we moved here a month ago. So middle of the summer.
Yeah.
So we haven't seen the snowbirds like completely take over yet.
Have you, I guess this can be relevant to the listeners, but what was your favorite ride so far?
I've only done 2 rides. So I'm dealing with a red S stress fracture. No shots at Lionel.
You're making that public?
Yeah, I think there's a good opportunity.
Okay.
I haven't posted. I've told you about it. We are 9 weeks into a stress fracture.
Jesus.
And my trochanter, Justin Reale, has had 2 of these. I think it's pretty common. I think Jan's had it. Lucy Charles, like the list goes on.
Where is it exactly?
It's like at the top of the femoral head. So like up into your hip almost.
Where on your body point to it? Oh.
The hip. Yeah, and it's a fracture. Then I have a glute strain, and this all came from Chattanooga. So me and Jason West are running with a mile to go, and my hip just gave out on this wooden bridge. And I think it was like this acute...
That wooden bridge, that fucking wooden bridge.
You've done it?
No, it's like on every photo, though.
Yeah, it's terrible. It's not like a woodway. Yeah, so I limped through the finish, and you can see it on Instagram how I'm just like completely hurting, and I couldn't sleep that night. And then I waited like 4 weeks to get an MRI, and then it came up. And I haven't been public, like you said.
Yeah, I mean, I've known, you came in here on a crutch, but yeah, I've known, and I've been keeping it quiet. Obviously, like, dude, St. George, we know so many people that got beat up from that race, so I'm sure that contributed a little bit to it.
Yeah. I mean, the run course is like Indian Wells on crack.
What do you mean? Which one? Like, the St. George one?
The St. George.
Yeah,
course.
yeah.
It's
okay.
It's like a golf course.
Yeah.
You're left, right, up and down.
And you're just like in the sun the entire time, especially after that bike.
This year was hot. This year was like, probably the run was like 80, pushing 89.
Shout out Indian Wells. Dude, I might get back into racing just to go do Indian Wells and have redemption. Because I'm like fighting, like if I'm going to go out like a chump, with a DNF. Because I'm done pro, like in the racing in the pro category after this year, because I'm never, like I don't have the motivation to go requalify. And I really haven't raced in 2 years. And I love the VIP aspect of it. Like I like having the lower reg fee. I like having the premier parking spot. Like,
I didn't even think about the premiere, like not getting bussed in with all these people.
yeah, or yeah, exactly that.
Especially in Indian Wells, like you take like a crazy ride.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah.
45 minutes.
Yeah, it's like honestly, people ask me all the time. They're like, "Why don't you just go race amateur?" I'm like, "And pay full price, and then you're left with like the common folk."
Yeah.
No, but I'm thinking about going back there. I like the Indian Wells plug. It literally popped in my head 2 nights ago, and I was like, "We're like 20 weeks away. So if I am going to get back into any kind of fitness, I should just start now."
Yeah, let's make it a trip because I'm planning to race it. So we'll do like a family trip.
Dude, it's a nice, yeah, that's not a bad idea. It's a nice drive too. You go through the drive from Vegas to Indian Wells is dope. It's like a 1 lane highway. It's really like trippy. It's like through the desert. You see some like ghost towns. Yeah, I don't know. That's what I look forward to.
The drive.
Oh man. So there's a good move overall. Like I definitely agree. Like just being at Boulder, and like Boulder, I guess is not as high, but like being at 7,000 feet, especially in the pool, and just the recovery. Like I remember you telling me you're like coming back from races, like you got to get kind of adapted again. So it just prolongs everything in terms of like throwing a wrinkle in like a plan and maybe doing back to backs. Is that accurate or?
Yeah, I think like if you think about it too, what triathlete is living at altitude year round?
Well, I was just about to say, like the Norwegians do like their stints in their altitude places, and if they're not living at altitude, why is anyone living at altitude? Because they,
Well, I mean, I guess Boulder is altitude. We make fun of it at its sea level.
yeah, but
If
it's
you get,
altitude enough.
yeah, it is, but it's not like Flag is a much higher.
So I guess yeah, what's the difference between 5 and 7,000? Would you say?
I mean, in terms of acclimation, I lived in Boulder for 2 years, and I think you just acclimate really quick. So you can come back from a race. You're not recovering like sea level for sure, but it yeah, you adjust pretty quickly. Whereas Flag, it takes 7 days to reacclimate.
That's wild.
Even if you're gone for like a week, if you're gone for a week, it takes 7 days to reacclimate.
It's wild. Tyler's there, and he races at such a high level. Like, and it's clearly like I don't think it's impeding his racing because didn't he just podium at like the Africa Monica the fucking no
Was that last weekend?
like 2 weekends ago? Lockie Jones called the podium and said he was gonna come in second or something, but he called the podium. He said Vanderson, Mislachuk, and me, and Vanderson and Mislachuk got on the podium. So that was
yeah. I mean Tyler spends a lot of time in Europe. Like when
that's
the
true.
ITU circuit goes to Europe, he's like there, based out of Girona, for most of summer. So he's getting that speed work.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And he's planning to make like the move up to 70.3. So it's one of those things like you can make it work in Flag. I think you can drop down to Sedona. The problem is there's no pool in Sedona. So if you want to get a key bike session and push race power for a long time, like there's no pool. So you got to drive an hour back up, and then you miss the pool slot. Yeah. So you can't.
Life
it's just
doesn't
like
need to be.
Yeah, it's a logistical nightmare. Like, and I was doing it, and I made it work, and we loved the 4 years we spent in Flagstaff, but like we needed something different, and it was my wife's decision after like St. Anthony. She's like, okay, so you like I couldn't come back after St. Anthony's. I had to go straight to St. George, and then I had to go straight to Chattanooga. If I would have came back to altitude, you have to reacclimate between like 2 week blocks. So if you're racing, like a lot of guys are racing every 2 weeks. Like,
where are you flying out of in Flagstaff? Are you going to Phoenix?
All the way to Phoenix.
Yeah, so
it's like 2 hours and 10 minutes, and then
you could fly from St. George. We got some good flights to like Dallas, Denver. It hits all the major hubs. But yeah, that's a logistic nightmare too, just being there. And also I remember you telling me you're like kind of far away from family. So
I mean it's closer here. It's still 7 hours from Flag, 5.5 here. So not that different.
All right. You're backtracking.
Yeah.
Anyway, St. George, solid move. Yeah, I know Nick knows a lot of the good rides around here. I only know like the I think I told you like the Ironman course, and then you go up to Pine Valley, which has been burning for like 2 months. But dude, we're at 3,000 right here at my house, and then we can get up to like 5+ on a ride. So whatever that's worth. But
yeah, to be honest, I've done like maybe 3 rides outside. Most of the rides are on the trainer right now.
There goes my neighbor.
What's up?
I hate that lady. No, she's very rude, and she throws her dog hair in my yard. It's like a whole thing. Like we don't talk. Yeah, she's very rude. Like I was gonna put cameras up just as a deterrent because she's a lunatic.
You don't have a Ring camera? I
The
guess you don't need one.
the
Yeah.
subscription. Yeah, you really don't need one. Like, I don't
Yeah.
lock doors or anything. Probably shouldn't say that. But anyways, so part of this format of this podcast, we're going to keep it tight, maybe like 30, 35 minutes, but we're going to talk about some topical topics like what's going on in triathlon, a little bit about ourselves, nothing too much to bore you. And then we're going to pull up some social media posts, just because there's a lot going on social media. It drives a lot, whether you want to admit it or not. That's how people get sponsors. It's how, it's mini businesses. And with social media, there's a lot of good, but there's a lot of bad. And I feel like no one really talks about the bad, or no one really points out like the weirdness of social media, when because at the end of the day, like, it's a public space, and the way I look at it is like, if you put stuff out there, you're allowing people to comment on it, and I feel like there's not enough people pushing back on like disinformation and dumb things, and we're starting to see that like over the past, like, since the pandemic, basically, with like Goob and like Baller Busters. You ever follow those people? So Goob is a guy who's like in the bodybuilding realm, and he basically just calls out women who Photoshop their photos but sell plans online. And like, he's got millions of followers. He blew up after this. So basically, like, somebody sends him something, like they Photoshop this. He goes like deep dives, like cross references. He brings in ruler apps to like make sure like the lines are supposed to line up, and then he calls these people out because they're selling an image because they got fit. So it's like this whole, anyways. And then Baller Busters is exactly what you think. It's like they expose internet like motivational coaches, so they bust ballers. So it's actually really funny, and like lawyers run it, so they make sure like everything's on the up and up when it comes to like defaming people and stuff. So we're not I don't plan on defaming anyone, but I do want to point out some of the hypocrisy. But should we pull up our first post?
Yeah.
So I got sent this a lot, and everyone's like, the Norwegians are locked in. The Norwegians are locked in. So I'm going to pull up our first post, and it's going to be Gustav and Blumenfeld's track workout. I don't know if this was at altitude. I don't think it was, but the workout was 2 by 15 by 400, which is 30 by 400 in spikes. Rest isn't included. What do you think the rest is on that workout?
Pretty short. I think it's probably 30 seconds to a minute.
That's what I was going to say.
I think it's like, I think it's a threshold session.
So are these guys jogging that minute, or are you down?
I think they're just walking, like standing in place.
Now, when you said this, like, I mean, when I sent this to you, you were like, what's so special about this? I don't know. I
did say that.
I got sent it by so many people, and they're like, Gustav's back. Like, hold on, let's scroll over to this photo. Like, honestly, I'm an eyes guy. Casper was there, I guess. I'm an eyes guy. And like, that photo right there tells me he's going to win Nice. Like, just based on that photo.
I mean, I like where your head's at. I think it's easy to look at these photos and say, oh, Gustav just made the shot. But I think the fact that one of the slides you can see he's leading a rep says that he's in shape. He's not just in the photo.
There you go.
Right there. Yeah.
Yeah. Some of the comments on here are hysterical, like no heart rate monitor, Sam Long. Jackie Herring comments the spike, SARP, no core sensor, heart rate strap. This guy's locked in. What do you have any comments about that? Because he is the only one not wearing straps.
Yeah, I mean, he probably had. They were probably checking lactate, and then he has his watch heart rate monitor on.
Okay,
we know they're not a fan of those, but
yeah,
he's still collecting data.
So he's still data collecting. Yeah, I'd agree. You think this is a special data collection session just for Gustav, or are we overanalyzing? I think the point is to overanalyze it.
Yeah, I mean, you're overanalyzing it. I haven't looked too much into it. It's just two dudes that I know grinding it out 30 by 400.
Now, some of the comments were really funny. Where's the first of all, this person's always commenting on everything. I don't know anything about that person, but they appear everywhere. Who is it? Someone, yeah, Christian Blumenfeld looking lean. Now, if you're not big into triathlon or endurance sports, when someone says you're looking fit or looking mean, it essentially just means you look like, it looks like you should be eating more. And that's what I'm worried about right here. First of all, Christian doesn't look any different than what Christian normally looks like, in my opinion. Maybe in the face.
No, I think he looks the same. I think they're like, where are they at? Are they at Font Romeu?
I don't know. No. They're in
or Bergen.
Yeah, no, they're in Hardaland, Norway.
Okay, so it looks pretty warm.
Yeah.
So they're probably a bit dehydrated, and it makes you look jacked. And they're probably like 20 by 400 in right here.
Yeah, and they're fucking body's just pumping blood. Like you and I both commented on this. Like people think Christian Blumenfeld's a big guy. Like he's almost like a jockey in a sense.
Yeah, he gets DMs every day about like overweight guys commenting and saying, "Hey man, I can relate to you." And Christian's just like, "No, dude, like me and you are you're 250 pounds." And Christian's like 100.
He's like, "No, I could eat as much as you."
Yeah, exactly. And guarantee you these two have like a liter of Coke just sitting next to the track.
You think that's a move?
That's their move. I stole that from them.
That's hysterical.
But then when Christian was trying to lose weight after, what was it? After the Olympics, he shows up to Flagstaff and he was getting ready for Kona. He had, what is it called? Coke Zero. Like he didn't have sugar in his, but he had the liter on the pool.
That's really that's what we call an addiction. It's like a recovering alcoholic move. You just need some carbonated liquid. All right, so that's the one post. I don't think anything's different with the Norwegians. Gustavs is looking locked in per usual. What do you have any early projections on this race?
On Nice?
Yeah.
Laylo wins. Christian second. Gustav third.
Okay. I'll go Gustav, Blue, Hogan. I think it's this sport is so just like who's fucking hot and who's locked in. And I don't know, something tells me that Hogan Hog is going to give these guys a run for their money. But Laidlaw, man, he's like, he's just a sneaky motherfucker. Like, you never know. Like, he might win leads this weekend out of nowhere. Like, I don't know.
I don't know. Didn't he win his last race in Roth?
Yeah, but that's what I mean. Like, but he's going up against, like, it's a hard course. It's like the toughest course on the circuit, in my opinion, as an Ironman. And just to like recover and attack that when like Joe Skipper is like familiar, he hasn't raced. He raced Roth too. I have no idea what I'm talking about.
I mean, you're not putting Christian on the podium, and you're talking about being hot.
No, I think Christian's going second. I think he's going second.
Oh, okay.
The point of this is Christian's he's not looking lean. He's not a big guy. You stand next to him, and you kind of feel like you can pick him up. Like, you know what I mean? And I don't know. I'm a tall guy, so when I first saw him, I was like, okay, he's very average size. The only thing is like his chest like bows out because of his genetic freakness. Anyways, going on to the next Instagram post here. We're 20 minutes in. Where am I going? Share screen, share something else. It's the first time doing this, so all right, let's go to this incident right here. Turn up the volume. Maybe they'll be able to hear it. But basically, this guy, it's a run walk, I think, national championship or world championship. And this guy he crosses the line and thinks he's won, but he's actually a lap down. Now, my question for you, this guy right here from Turkey, is that Turkish flag? I think it is. You run track. Has this ever happened in the history of your running career?
No.
Why would something like this happen? How does something like this happen?
I mean, it looks like there's a pretty deep field.
So the other guy be the Italian guy, and then that guy, all three of them think like it's game over. And that's never happened?
No. I'm sure it's happened. I've never seen it happen in a track meet. But it's race walking, so like, yeah, how long's the event though? If it's
40 minutes, 39 minutes.
If it's 40 minutes, that's pretty long. Equivalent to like, I mean, it's a long 10K.
You think you just got lost in the sauce?
It seems like, I don't know, there's probably like 40 people, 50 people on
Do you respect this sport?
Yeah. I wish they were running. Okay.
That's how you do it.
No, the only issue I have with race walking is the whole like officiating thing, where it's like you can kind of get away with cheating. Like you watch the world record and you look at the comments on that post, and people are just railing him, saying how his both feet are in the air. You have to have both feet on the ground.
Is that true? Because I was posting about that and people were like going at me like there's discretion. So I guess that's your point. It's like the discretion. Yeah.
I hate discretion, as you know.
Oh yeah, that's all right. Next post. I wonder if these people could hear this, but if not, we got to figure it out. All right. This right here, this guy this post has got like 1 million views. Influencer. I'm going to throw it out there. I think this is Austin, Texas, because everybody looks like that at Austin. Mustache, hybrid guy, alpha flies. The caption says, or on the video, it says what 5-minute pace looks like. My question to you is, do you think that's 5-minute pace?
No, there's no way. And
There's,
I
there's,
also think this looks like Florida as well. Austin, Texas, and Florida are like the two hotbeds of. I'm gonna call these guys look like meat sacks, dude. They look like they grew up wrestling. You know, like they're thick. They don't look like traditional runners. Like no disrespect, because they're getting after it. I love seeing that, but this could be Florida.
that's a good point. There's not a lot of hills there. The dead giveaway, and I don't know if this is trolling or not. Like trolling is become like a trend to get, because everyone's commenting like, look at that, 1,300 likes. The arm swing is way too calm, especially for the female. No disrespect, but I've never seen a female run 5-minute pace that fast. My whole thing, I think I commented, I was like, that's not 5-minute pace, maybe 5:59 at best. And then the poster Griffin Wooden, he commented. So yeah, I'm gonna call bullshit on this. I don't think it's 5-minute pace. Could be trolling.
And she's in lane 3. She's wearing like casual glasses, nose breathing.
Yep.
Come on, guys.
Yeah, come on. You're better than this. If it's trolling, respect. You got on our podcast the first episode. All right. Let's go to the next one. Now we're gonna get into some influencer shade here. This guy's been popping up on my feed a lot, and I can't help but talk about it because, once again, like, I don't know if this is trolling or not. I go to his page to do deep dive. I don't think it's trolling. Matthew Wright 07, and he lives in New York. What's to you? He's wearing Adazeros carbons, and he just walks up to the river, and it's very motivational. It's one of those fucking Instagram posts that are like, here's 5 tips in the caption below. So it's a short video, so you trick the algorithm so everyone keeps rewatching it because they're reading. And it just pisses me off because it's like, I didn't want to read. I'm on Instagram to watch. Like, if I wanted to read, I'd go read something online. So it's lazy. It's listen, if you're gonna play the game, then we're allowed to criticize the game. Like, I don't play that game. I'd rather just throw, like, right? Don't you? What's your opinion on those caption posts?
I think I need to do more of them. Okay. I think the long. I mean, it obviously works. This got a lot of clips, but we don't like it. At the same time, I'm gonna completely probably rip this off. I need to do a better job of making shorter reels.
Dude, there's people in the sport right now. They're doing it like, here are my 5 tips to this race. Read the caption below. And I'm like, I'm not going to read the caption below. Like, I follow this news publication. It's called Upstate New York. And they're like, top 10 bars in upstate. And then I go to the caption and it's like, click the link in our bio. I'm like, that's like 3 steps. So anyways, here he goes. I see runners gasping for air after just a few minutes and thinking they're completely out of shape, but then the real problem is much simpler. These are the 5 reasons you feel out of breath when running, and none of them mean you're unfit. I bet you they all mean you're unfit. So number 1, you're running way too fast for your fitness level. Your easy pace should let you speak in full sentences. If you can't talk, you're sprinting, not jogging. I kind of agree. Like, that's, your easy pace should be conversational pace.
Yeah, that's implied.
101 stuff, but it doesn't imply that you're sprinting. Number 2, you're breathing with your chest instead of your belly. Shallow chest breathing only uses 30% of your lung capacity while your muscles scream for oxygen. This is an AI written number 2, right?
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
I've never concentrated on my belly breathing. Like, if I cramped and get a side stitch, like, you know how you can do the reverse breathing to get it out?
Nope.
Or like you push out but breathe in. Like, you don't know that trick?
No.
I'm teaching you something here.
Okay.
Like, side stitch, so to get rid of that while you're running is like you push your belly out but breathe in. It's like, it's kind of tricky, but that will get rid of it. Maybe that's what he's talking about. I don't know. You're tensing up your entire upper body. Tight shoulders and clenched fists restrict your rib cage and make every breath feel like work. Never ever is the reason I'm out of breath because I'm tensing my body up, right? Like, is that a thing?
But how are you? What are you doing when you're tense? Like, what does that mean? Like, you're like clenching your fists while you're running. You're like squeezing your quads. That's
like, no one's out there yet, like running. That's like, yeah,
like
I'm
you're
just gonna
in fight or flight. Like, you almost just got attacked by someone, and so you're ready to fight someone.
Who is this post made for? That's my okay. So we're almost getting there. Hold. This is my favorite one. Number 4, you're holding your breath when it gets hard. The moment you feel winded, you panic. You fight or flight, and you hold your breath exactly when you need oxygen most. If you're holding your breath at all when you're running, you're an idiot.
You're Tadej in the Tour de France, nose breathing, holding your breath,
Jeez.
making it look way too easy.
Dude, that's probably a thing. Like there's influencers like, or, mouth tape and none of it. Remember the altitude mask back in like 2013? I had one too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to run around New York City with. I used to lift with it.
You look like Bane from Batman.
Yeah, everyone, guys would. So Dom Mazzetti?
No.
Oh fuck, he's like OG YouTuber. It makes fun of like people in the gym, and anyways, he worked out at the same gym as me, and I always worried I was gonna end up on a Dom Mazzetti clip. All right, you're not warming up your breathing system. Get the fuck out of here with this. Your lungs need 5 to 10 minutes to open up fully, just like your muscles need time to get loose. I'm not even going to read the rest because I feel so disrespected about that. Have you ever warmed up your lungs in a run as an elite runner, elite triathlete?
The only time I warm up my lungs is before a swim with one of those breathing resistant things. You know what I'm talking about?
Like a balloon?
No, not a balloon. No.
Oh, no.
You put it in your mouth and you it has resistance in it. Only before a swim.
Wow.
Hidalgo, the Brazilian,
yeah.
has this. I've seen him before races. He has this weird breathing machine he does before the swim.
Really?
Yeah, but that's it. Not before a run.
I trust anything that guy does. He seems like he's like locked in always. He's like a legacy guy, All right. Last one. All right. So this guy, Crow TV. Listen, I've been sent his stuff for years. Absolute years, this guy. Influencer, age group guy. And then this one came across my feed and I was like, there's just so many oxymorons in this post. We should talk about it. Like it's clearly a ketone IQ / raw or the feed post. So it's his simple fueling process PR to PR Ironman Oregon 70.3. So naturally I'm like, well, everyone PRs Ironman Oregon 70.3 because it's a downriver swim. You're going to swim in 15, 20 minutes. And so I go to actually Coach Cox. I'm like, I'm interested like what this guy's PR is. So his PR is a 4:48 and he ended up doing last weekend a 4:38. So he did a 20-minute swim. So that like the whole PR thing, it just really didn't make sense. And then he goes into his fueling and he doesn't eat breakfast. He has 50 grams of carbs, liquid raw, and then a ketone IQ. He's got 200 grams of carbs on the bike, which is fine, but you're still going to be depleted because you didn't have anything in the morning. I guess what's your opinion on breakfast and how many grams of carbs you should have in the morning? Are you a liquid nutrition guy before a race or are you having something?
Yeah, I'm doing like oatmeal with bananas. I'm surprised he's doing ketones. I don't know why you would want to do ketones and be in like a fat burning state on race day. I still don't understand how the tour does it. I mean, it's a longer race. Like it's a 4 to 6 hour race and the start of the tour is can be pretty easy.
Dude, and they're eating like 4,000 calories before they even start.
I don't know about the tour guys.
I saw a post yesterday. See, this is why I fucking hate social media.
See, I saw a post that says like they wake up, they do oatmeal and then they do like a bagel and then they go.
Oh, okay.
But if they're doing ketones like that for a longer stage, it makes sense by the time they get to the mountains, like at the end of the stage,
and day on day,
they started going into like burning carbohydrates instead of using fat. I just think it's crazy to use ketones before. Yeah, I guess before.
I think it's crazy to say that this is your simple fueling process to PR when you're severely undercaloried because you have 300 grams of carbs for the entire race. He did a 4:38. He's under carbed, but he's in ketones. He's got 100 grams of carbs for the run. I just don't think that this is. I would never say I'm going to PR because of this nutrition strategy, and I'm not saying because of his nutrition strategy. I'm just never going to PR because of my nutrition. Like I've never said those things. Like you PR in training, you PR in the weeks and the compounding months leading up to the race.
I mean, you can severely go undercarbed in a race and have a bad race, but are you going to cut 4 minutes because you went from 100 to 110 carbs?
No,
probably not.
No, I mean in an Ironman, if you needed caffeine conspiracy. I think like in Ironman, you hear that like, well, what was it? Or Hayden Wild in 70.3, where he's like he was one gel away from winning. Like that's like the big thing about Hayden. And then fucking Matt Lieto said Leon Chavalet was like one gel away from, coming third at Kona. And it's just like, well, we made the joke. We were like, yeah, he was one ice bucket dump away from coming. Like,
I mean, there is some truth to that.
at the elite
I
level,
just don't think like this right here specifically. No offense to this guy. Congratulations on your PR. But this nutrition is not like the perfect nutrition. This isn't why he PR'd.
no, he PR'd because he picked a downriver swim, and that's like the bizarreness and the weird like flex of saying like I PR'd. It's like, did you PR the course? Did you PR the distance? That shouldn't really matter at the end of the day.
Yeah, and I can't tell you my fastest 70.3 time. I've only done like 6 of them, 6 or 7, and I can't name like if I went sub 340. Couldn't tell you what I did in Chattanooga or St. George. Pros care less about the overall time. All that matters is like, did you win? Like, what place did you get? How far were you from the leader? That's it. We don't care how fast our swim is, what our average pace was, because at the end of the day, you don't have any idea how far the first buoy is, like if they messed it up, if it's accurate. Most of the time, none of us wear watches in the swim. I would say the majority of the pro field doesn't wear a watch. And then the bike could be like 1 to 2 miles short or long. Same with the run.
It's so true, because I came from the age group ranks, and dude, I was obsessed with like the time, like 4:48 for my first half, 4:30. I was just obsessed with it. And then like you realize you're like, this doesn't mean shit because the courses are so different, the days are different. And then once I started getting to the pro, all you cared about was how far back are you out of the swim, for me at least. How far back was I out of the swim? How far back did I finish from the leader? But also, where was I in the groups in that sense? Like, yeah, you did a 23-minute swim. That's great. That's a PR swim, but you're still 3 minutes down from the lead. And who's around you and what are those guys like calibered at? That's really what it should be.
Yeah. And I think for age groupers, I try to tell like the athletes I coach, I tell them like how do you compare yourself to like your power? So how is your power compared to the last race? Are you improving?
Yeah.
Is your run pace is kind of hard to tell too, because a lot of these courses are hilly and some of them are flat.
You can compare courses if like conditions and it's relatively similar, like that's fine. But based on power, like did you pull up? And
so I think you gotta, and then you gotta look around you. So did you beat that guy from last month that you raced at, St. George? Like, look around and then compare yourself to others.
I think in the pro field, yes. In the amateur field, that's where it gets tough because, fucking everyone's got other priorities and like, yeah. But generally speaking, at the front of the age group race, you can, who's consistent, and historically, like if you're winning age group races consistently, like you kind of know the pedigree of those guys. But for someone like him, Crow TV, man, shout out. You're clearly a very successful social media guy, and you're in the sport. You're quote unquote locked in, but it just seemed like a lot of emphasis on unnecessary, I guess, extracurriculars.
Okay.
To your PR.
I mean, that's a solid time. Respect, going 4:30, even though it's a fast course. That's still quick.
Yeah, I mean, I guess.
On to the next one.
That's it. Actually, that's
it.
Yeah, that's all we got today. So everyone was, before we wrap this up, you were talking about the swim at Lake Placid and kind of how it's 2 loops, and a lot of these courses are like, even Ironman Cairns was 2 loops with the Aussie exit. So yeah, what did you mean by your post? I got a lot of DMs about that.
You did.
Yeah.
Did everyone ask what is he talking about?
Yeah, Joe Skipper did actually.
Yeah, me and Joe talked.
So I have this DM from an age group woman, Kevin McGare. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. As someone who had pros fly by them at like 1.8 kilometers of the swim, it's actually chaos. They need to like separate a lane or something, because as much as I try to get out of the way, when the train comes by, I don't have eyes on the back of my head.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. Like, I guess, were you surprised? Because I know, like, you stay in your lane a lot in that sense, and like, you are relatively new to Ironman and long course in terms of like you've done a plenty. But how many laps swims have you done? In 70.3, you don't really do laps.
Yeah, it's just 1 lap. I guess ITU you do 2 laps for.
But you're not with amateurs.
Yeah, you're not with amateurs. I got a lot. So I took that post and I sent it to our group chat. I had Pearson and Chase McQueen both say the same thing, like, I cannot believe this is a thing. And that's, I mean, it goes to show that, like, I guess the short course guys aren't locking in on the full Ironman broadcast. It's a
Mhm.
bit, I guess it's a bit hard to watch, especially when it's like, it's not that we
No,
want we
it
want
is hard to watch,
the
dude.
quad box. We want the quad box back, but it's just always early, and we're not up early, or we're in like
Yeah.
maybe we're in Europe racing, and it's like not the right time, or it's been hard to watch,
Yeah,
to
yeah,
say
yeah.
the least. So I just got a lot. The short course guys had no idea when I posted that, at least in my friend group. And then Kyle Glass and Talbot were like, "Where have you been? Like, this is how Ironmans work."
No.
And then a lot of pros commented, "Yeah, it's a nightmare." Bradley Weiss said, "It was terrible. He had to swim on top of people going around buoys." Who was
Yeah.
another athlete that was it that DM'd me? I can't remember.
I mean, I'd imagine, like, I'd never even, because I've never done an Ironman. I haven't done like laps like that. I'm trying to think, actually, have I? Not an Ironman, but a lap course. Yeah, it just doesn't make any sense where like pros wouldn't be allowed to only swim on the inside of the buoy. You know how like you only have to be around the turn buoy in a lot of races, like the yellow buoys you can go on either side, but as long as you get around the orange or red turn buoy, like it's fine. It's almost like they should allow pros to swim on the inside of the buoys, but have to go around the turn buoy. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like if everyone just knows that and it's like a gentleman's agreement, but you might get some hotshot age groupers who are like, well, I want a cleaner lane. Like I'm a pro swimmer. So I think, yeah, that's actually going to be tough to police. Like, yeah, like how do you prioritize pros getting their own lane because it would be the best lane, and then you tell amateurs like you got to add 30 seconds onto your swim every lap because you're not going to be as tight of a line.
Yeah, I think there's no way of policing that by telling them, because no one's going to listen.
Yeah, yeah.
Everyone wants to get done with the swim.
I mean, we're
No one,
triathletes. We're
no
all
one likes to
entitled.
swim.
Yeah.
I
No one
think,
likes this.
and I don't know if this is realistic. I think they could, for the second lap, so they make the first lap longer. For the second lap for pros, they do different buoys on the inside of the course, on the inside of the first lap.
So okay, I get what you're saying. Yeah. So you guys have like a totally different course in a sense.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, not totally different, but it's like yeah, yeah. I get what
Maybe
you're
it's
saying.
like, maybe it's just on the inside of the buoys of the first lap.
Well,
Right?
I think it's also weird. Placid has a tulip course in Lake Placid when you have Lake Seneca, which is like twice the size of it. Literally, like you could throw a rock into it. Did you know that?
No.
So if you look at photos of Lake Placid, like you know Seneca beer, it's a popular beer, but it's upstate New York. I'm from there, so like that's how I know this. Lake Seneca is right next to Lake Placid. It's like twice the size of it. So like you could do a full loop with a full 2.5 mile, 2.4 mile swim. But I said that yesterday, and Ben Canute's like, it's not called Ironman Lake Seneca. I don't know. I mean,
It's probably a permit issue. It's always a permit issue.
yeah, I bet you that's like a protected like reservoir or whatever up there.
Or
Yeah.
it's bigger, so it costs more money or something.
Yeah. Well, I think that's it for our first episode. We're not sure. We might do this every week. I feel like as we get on a cadence and we get social media posts and like championship seasons coming up, when do you plan on getting back to racing?
I think it's premature to say I'll be back for Santa Cruz. I'd like to be back, but I'm going to do my first full on Ironman Arizona.
Nice.
And then Indian Wells. And Augusta would be probably the first one.
I wouldn't go to Augusta.
Why? Because of the storm?
Yeah, I almost died last year.
I know, it's not going to happen again.
You say that now, man.
Augusta. I got injured last year, like the week before that race.
Oh, shit.
I watched your story, and there's like trees on top of cars.
Dude, that race is great just because, like, well, I mean, you're going to get kind of bunched up on the bike because of the swim. It's huge packs on the swim. Yeah, you're not going to 70.3 Worlds?
No, just because of the injury.
Yeah.
I'd have to. Yeah, I just wouldn't want to start with a world championship race after an injury.
Really? You don't, just to even like do a victory lap, you'd rather go to Augusta, the beautiful streets of Augusta?
Yeah, dude. Just chasing cash.
Oh, that's true too. Yeah, shit.
Just sniping those sea level 70.3s
Yeah,
for now.
100%. So not Louisville's out of the question then.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. That's going to be mid-pack world champs for sure. I think, well, North America world champs, I think. Like
power ranking is going to be deep.
Yeah, we might do 2 episodes on there. We almost did 2 episodes in Boise. Who's your prediction for Boise? This is coming out this week.
For men and women?
Sure.
I'll go men and women. I mean, let's start with women. Paula is going to win. Second, Jeannie.
Yeah.
Third is going to be who was in that second tier. I watched the video yesterday.
Grace Alexander, and then we had
No,
Erica Aukerland.
Erica's getting third.
She was the Connor Weaver of the women's.
I watched the power ranking. And then the men, I'm gonna go Appleton. Apples to Appleton. I'm gonna go second is gonna be Jackson, and third is gonna be Sharp.
That's a safe pick. That's a safe pick. I'll go women Paula, Jeannie, Grace, and then I'm gonna go Jackson just to be contrarian. Jackson, Appo. Yeah, I'm gonna say Ben Randall.
Really? Okay. Okay. I mean, I like don't know enough about Ben Randall to like make any comments.
That's a huge stretch. Like he might be like top 6.
I mean, I'm gonna put
you're gonna go the safe route, but
I'm gonna put Justin in front of him, and
we'll see. I mean,
Justin's my wild card.
Yeah, I mean,
podium.
You never know what his run's going to be after that San Fran race.
He's in a good spot.
Yeah, he seems like he's in a good headspace too. All right, appreciate it.